Alright. I think we're good. I'm so sorry for the way it looks. Everything is all over the place. Looks crazy. But it's the best I could do for this fucking thing. Anyways, we are here. There's no intro today because I said fuck it. I'm already late as it is. And I wanted to just go ahead and cause some chaos, shall we? Alrighty then. So let me move this over here because I don't really need it over here. I could put you right there. And then I need my chat over here. I think I can see it there. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everybody in between. I think it's looking fine. One second. And checking to make sure everything looks good. From my point of view, I think everything looks fine. But I want to check. Okay, and there we go. Alrighty, so I want to check something. There we go. Move that there. Move this here. I'm trying to keep my stuff properly set. And there. Okay. So, this is the famous stream where we're going to cause all sorts of chaos because we're going to be ranking starters. Now, I said this in the previous stream, which was like Thursday, because I was so delayed in my streaming tendencies. And, we are doing this. I did something similar to this back like 6 or 7 years ago. I really don't. Right now, I don't recall when it was, but I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago, where I ranked all the starters. But back then, I think we only got to like Gen 6. I'm gonna look it up because I want to make sure I tell you guys everything properly. But I believe we got to Gen 6, or it was like around the time of Gen 6 being like the latest gen. Let me see. Okay, so it was 6 years ago. And yes, it was literally just a Gen 6. So we've had 3 sets of starters since then released, and my opinions obviously fluctuate sometimes. So what I did do to make this stream not as long is I already put the rankings of like the first stage, middle stage, and then this tier list has like Let's Go and Coliseum. This is spelled wrong. I do not. What the fuck? Coliseum. There we go. Has Let's Go, Coliseum, and then the Megas. So I'm just gonna do like a brief overview of all of them because they're ranked in order, right? They're ranked in order, and then we'll do the final evolutions, which are down here. And we're gonna rank them all from S plus to F tier, and I'm gonna they're also double. I don't know why the Fennegan line was duplicated, but it was. So don't question me. So I'll give you guys like a brief rundown of the Megas down. You know, go from there, and then we start ranking these motherfuckers. So this, I hope it's fun. I'm gonna get a lot of flack, and then after we're done, we're gonna post this tier list on Twitter, and we're gonna try to get all the fucking whatchamacallit, all the I forget what the word is. We're gonna get all the clicks, you know. So starting with the megas, Sceptile is my favorite mega. Okay. Ever since it released. In terms of the starters, my favorite mega is technically still Mega Glade and then Mega Mawile. They're both like, it's like those are like the top 3. So Mega Sceptile and then Mega Swampert, because Big Boy Pert, team player, always goated. Megatard Y, because it's the better of the 2 Charizards, and it's actually the only one of the 2 that I like. And I loved using it a lot in competitive. Mega Blaziken is just busted. Way too strong, powerful, speed boost shenanigans. Mega Blastoise just because it's fucking cannons. Dork, my boy, Dork remembers fucking cannons. And Mega Venusaur just because I think it looks dumb. Outside of that, I used it a couple times in competitive, but other than that, it just looks stupid. And Zardex, which is like it and another one of the Pokemons on this list are like my least favorite Pokemon of all time. I just think it's a dumb design. I don't understand why Charizard got 2 megas. To this day, I think it's stupid. It's ridiculous, and I just don't. It doesn't look like a fucking Charizard. Okay, that's the whole fucking point. I don't like it. So, then for Let's Go in Coliseum, this is literally just. I love Espeon. Espeon, my favorite evolution. This is my top. It's in my top 10 favorites of all time. Umbreon, just because. I think the Let's Go is just stupid. Okay, so that's why they're in the bottom of the fucking barrel. I don't like either one of them, but Let's Go Eevee over Pikachu just because Eevee's apparently more busted. I don't fucking know. So that's it for that. And then for middle stage, so like I said, this is gonna be like quick and painless. Favorite Grovyle. Grovyle's goated. I love the whole line. So spoilers for the future. And Kulava is the same way. Fucking goated ass fucking Weezemon. And Duwat is like the best form out of the Oshawott line. And like so like the top row are like the Pokemon that I love the most. Finishing with like Drizzle. Drizzle's okay. I don't mind it. It's kind of grown on me a little bit more. Cause like Saw was my favorite Gen 8 starter, right? You guys should know that. So you know, I was not gonna like hate it, but like Inteleon was the goat of the 3. So like I like Sobble, I like Inteleon. Drizzle's like whatever. And then like so like after him or the rest of them were like whatever until you get to like the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last 8, which starting from Braixen down. Those are all fucking. Braixen's literally just here because of the anime. Nothing else. And I'll stand by it. I hate the Fennekin. Like the worst part is that the Fennekin line was like I'm getting water because I know I'm gonna get agitated right now, but I need to do it. I'm gonna talk about these guys in particular because I know a lot of people are gonna give me flack for the last ones, but maybe not cool it in and fucking whatever the Fuecoco evolution is because I don't fucking remember that. But Braixen, Fennekin was my favorite starter in Gen 6, right? And then they come and do some fucking bullshit in the anime, which made me hate the fucking evolutionary line. So I despise Braixen. Braixen in Pokemon was fucking stupid too, cause like I remember like I don't remember if it was in like the DX version or like the original version, but like Braixen was actually like a top tier character. It made me mad because there was no reason for this fucking stupid ass fox to be in the fucking game. And I know for a fact they only put it in there because of the fucking anime, which again, reiterated, it's fucking dumb. I hate that fucking stupid ass fox now. And then Grotto's dumb. I don't know why. Like again, this is again the anime. The fucking Ash's Grotto was ass. I don't know why the fuck they made it be where like as a Turtwig it was kicking ass and then it evolves into the stupid ass fucking turtle and it can't do shit. And it loses every single battle. Like Turtwig from the moment it evolved, it never won once. You know how fucking ridiculous that is. And Quilladin is just stupid looking. The Fuecoco evolution, which I don't remember the name of it, is also dumb looking. And I don't like the Gen 7 starters at all. They're ranked this way because if I look at it, objectively speaking, I like Brion more than I like Torracat and Doctrix. So like there's that, and then Frogadier. If you know my history with the fucking frog, then you know why Frogadier is in last place. The same reason why Frog is in the last place of the first stage. Cyndaquil is my favorite, like one of my favorite babies. What's actually my favorite baby starter Pokemon. I used to be. When was this? I think when I used to do the original rankings like 6-7 years ago. I always used to say, oh, my favorites are, and this was before I started hating Charizard, by the way. My favorite starters are like a 3-way tie between Sceptile, Charizard, and Cyndaquil. And I always said Cyndaquil. So, like, obviously, it's never gone down for me. So, it's like my favorite first stage starter. Trico, the same thing. I love the Trico lines. And Quaxley just fucking blew everybody out of the water. That's the biggest surprise. Is like looking at objectively everything, like Quaxley just is fucking goated. It's a cool ass duck. And then Snivy will always have a place in my heart, especially like games. It was my favorite of the Gen 5 starters. I loved using it in competitive in Gen 6 and 7. And the one in the anime was fucking adorable. And then you got Sabo, Mudkip, like all these guys at the top, like they're just the greatest. In my eyes, they're the fucking greatest. And then starting from the second line, Fennekin, like I said, the anime fucked up Braixen, but Fennekin, I at least have a nice place in my heart. So like it's always gonna be my favorite of the Gen 6 starters. So I'm not gonna fault it too much. And then Fuecoco's in here that high, and honestly, I only put it this low because it's still too fresh in my mind. But the fucking anime has made Fuecoco look goated. Like I'm fucking loving Fuecoco. So like, and who the fuck knows? And here 2 years from now, Fuecoco might be way higher than it is right now. And then I think from then on, we go all the way down to Score Bunny, and then Score Bunny is just stupid. I hate the stupid bunny. It looks dumb. I didn't say it for Reboot because Reboot at least looks somewhat decent, but Score Bunny is stupid. Then Turtwig is ass. Chikorita's stupid. I don't like it. And then the Gen 7 starters again because they're always going to be at the bottom because I fucking hate them all. Well, I don't hate them. I just don't like any of them. And then, like, objectively speaking, in my mind, the best one of the three is Litten. And then Froakie's last because you guys know what Froakie's last. So I know I didn't go too much into detail because, like I said, I'm not going to go into a full-on tangent because it's going to take too long if I explain each individually. Which is why I had them set up before we started the stream because I wasn't gonna rank these guys like that. So we're gonna start with the final evolutions of these guys, and I'm gonna do how do I want to do this? I think what I can do is we're going to do a number generator. I'm going to do a random number generator on my phone. Random number. Here. Let me do this because, like, I don't want this shit to, like, add a row below. Go away. I'm gonna fix this shit. Duplicates. You and you. That way I can actually calculate this properly. So, 1, 2. Well, it's technically speaking 3 times 10. 3 times 10, so there's 30. Oh no, 31 because the Greninja form is in there. Okay, so we'll do 1 through 31. And then what I'll do is we'll go in order 1 through 31. Fuck. And then what I'll do is depending on where the number lands, that'll be the one I'm ranking for that moment in time. So I should do it on my computer. Can I do that? Nah. Okay. 1 through 31. I'll just show it to everybody. Okay, so we got 22. That's our first number. 22. I'll post it. I'll show it. So we got 22. So that would be, let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We got Decidueye, the regular Decidueye. Original Alolan Decidueye. So I'm going to put Decidueye at like a D. Just because, like I said, I don't like any of the Gen 7 starters, but I don't hate any of them. But like Decidueye is busting and poking. Makes me upset. And Pokken DX, technically speaking, because it wasn't in the original. It's a dumbass looking owl. I don't like the Robin Hood thing, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. The fucking, at least the signature move is cool. Excuse me. And I don't think we did see it in the anime with Hal had it on his party, which doesn't say much because he got fucking beaten by Ash's Rowlet, so weak as fuck. Anyways, so now we're down to 30 because that's how we go. So next up we have number 11. You can see it on the screen there. So next up we have number 11. That's 3, 6, 9. Wait, 1, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Torterra! Where do we put you, Torterra? We'll give it like a C. Where do I put in D? I just don't like Torterra in general. I'll put you in D. I'll put you right above the Decidueye just because at least Paul had a dope ass Torterra, so I'll give you that. Who taught Grotto how to not be a little bitch about it? Put it down. But again, the anime just fucks it over. Torterra was fucking ass. It's a shitty ass Pokemon. Competitive wise, it's complete ass. And I don't know. At least I'll put it over the Decidueye. The only reason why I'm doing that is I will admit a little bit of nostalgia because I actually like. I can't even say that too because I don't even like Gen 4. But at least I finished all 3 Gen 4 games. I played Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum all the way through. I can't say the same for the Sun and Moon games. I never finished either one of them, and I restarted Pokemon Ultra Moon, and I stopped playing it again. I don't even know where I left off. It's generation wise. Honestly, they're interchangeable. I don't care about either one of these guys, but I can at least say I dislike. I'm confident in saying I don't like the Decidueye. I can't say that for sure about Torterra. Like I don't like it that much, but I can't say I don't like it in general. I'll just leave it there. Fuck it, and then we'll just move on. Number 25. So that means we go from the bottom. So 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Cinderace. I'll put you also on D. I'm going to put a lot of people's favorites down here. I'm not going to lie. Cinderace. Okay, so my main issue with Cinderace, I just don't like the entire line in general. And Cinderace just looks dumb. It doesn't even look like a Pokemon. I know it sounds weird for me to say. Like, Raboot at least seems normal. I don't know. Cinderace just looks like a fucking cosplayer. And I don't like the fucking fan art that people have posted with this thing. I didn't like it in the anime. Like Ghost Cinderace was just ass. Like I didn't even get to that point. Technically speaking, I didn't watch it consistently to that point, but I would casually see things about the anime, and I don't know what the fuck the Cinderace ever fucking accomplished in the anime. So I don't really care for it. I don't care for Cinderace, but at least it's stronger than Torterra. It's fucking busted. Well, it was busted in Gen 8. It's not so much busted in Gen 9 because Libero got nerfed, which is dumb. Why the fuck did they nerf this move? It's not like Cinderace was doing anything in VGC, right? Because that's what Game Freak bothers with. They only care about doubles. Who the fuck was using Cinderace in VGC? Nobody. It was a stupid ass bunny. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. So we got 1 to 28. Number 1, Venusaur. Hey, we got a Gen 1 starter. I'll put you in C. I don't know. I've never really grown like Venusaur. Like of all 3 Gen 1 starters, Venusaur is like the least I've ever used. Like realistically speaking, I have rarely used this thing. It wasn't prominent in the anime enough for me to care. I never used it in competitive because I was never like a Sun abuser. So, like during like the era where Sun was good, which is like Gen 5, I was always a Rain team user or Sand. So like I never bothered with Sun, and even when I did, like I had like 2 or 3 like Sun teams. I never used Venusaur. I was mainly using like I don't even fucking remember. Like Volcarona, Victini, like Rapid Spin support. Like I just never bothered with Venusaur. On top of the fact that Chlorophyll got banned, so it's like whatever. So yeah, Venusaur is at number or C or whatever the fuck. So now we're at 27. It's at 27. Number 5. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hisuian Typhlosion. Okay, this is our first S rank. Fuck yeah, dude! When Legends Arceus was announced. Okay, when Legends Arceus was announced, and they showed off that the starters were gonna be Cyndaquil, Oshawott, and Rowlet. I was a little confused at first because I was like, why the fuck are these Pokemon that aren't even from this region? Why are they getting highlighted? And they're not only that, they're not even from the same fucking region. And like I got to the point where I realized, well, these guys aren't technically from Hisui, right? The Team Galactic, or well, the Galaxy team or Galaxy team, they're not technically from Hisui. So it makes sense that they weren't gonna have Pokemon from Hisui. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll give it up. That means you're bringing these Pokemon from somewhere else. I honestly, because I didn't spoil myself too much when it came to Arceus, I didn't know they were going to get alternate evolutions. Okay, I didn't know we were going to get new forms of the evolutions. And I already liked Typhlosion to begin with. But boy, when I tell you that I evolved my Kolava and it turned into this thing, I was hyped as fuck. And it's been a minute since we've seen Typhlosion with flames too, right? Because like Gen 6, 7, and 8, Typhlosion was always just there without fire, right? But now when you're in a battle with Hisuian Typhlosion, they switched it up. We're like, nah, we're gonna give this guy Ghostly Flames. It's technically speaking stronger than regular Typhlosion because it has a higher special attack stat, which is awesome. I think it's a little bit slower by like 5 points or something like that. I don't fucking remember. But the point stands. I fucking love this form, and I had a great time using it in Arceus. It was a great showing. I love the fire ghost typing is great. I love that. That's just a good, cool ass type combination. And it just looks badass, okay? And to me, it just looks fucking badass. So, It's our first S rank, which is fucking crazy. I mean, it's not really because we've only ranked like 5 mods, but like Jesus Christ, I didn't expect that. I think that's fucking great. Then we're gonna go on, moving on to the next one. We got 5 again. What? Fuck. So then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for alligator. The gator boy is gonna get a B. I like for alligator. I think it's a cool mod. I've used it a little bit during like Gen 6 RU because that was like my main tier, and I used it before I got banned because I'm pretty sure I went to UU at one point, but I did use it a little bit in RU, and it's a strong mon. Okay, I like the fact that it has sheer. When they got the fucking hidden abilities, I think that's what shot for alligator way higher because it has sheer force, it has dragon dance, and has some fucking powerful ass moves. It got better in Gen 7 when it got liquidation instead of having waterfall. It's water stab. Like you just go DD, ice punch, liquidation, and like earthquake, and you're fine. It's like a solid type coverage, and it's a cool gator. You know, I still think it's funny that we're this many years in, and at this point they're never gonna change it. But why did they not think like as soon as Gen 3 came around? Why didn't they fix his fucking name? They could have. Legitimately could have. Excuse me. They could have done it, and they didn't fucking do it, and I'm a little upset about that, but it's a cool ass gator. That's the best thing I can do. It's the best I can do for now for you fine ladies and gentlemen watching the stream. Alright, moving on to number 22. Okay, so we're down 25. So 25, 24, 23, 22. So the Inteleon. Inteleon's an A tier. I fucking love this goated ass lizard. Okay? I love this fucking ass lizard. Like, Sabo, I already was Team Sabo from the moment they revealed all 3 starters. I didn't expect the spy motherfucker. And I loved using before Dynamax was banned. I loved using it because it's already decently fast and generally like strong with its special attack. And then you had speed boost with max airstream using air slash, and then you had fucking snipe shot, which is a fucking high boosted crit water stab. And then you had coverage in like Ice Beam or Grass Knot or I don't remember what the fuck the other one was. But it was fucking great. Or Dark Pulse is another one. Like it's a really strong ass mon, and Dynamax is banned and it fucking went down the toilet. But I still think it's great. It was an amazing addition to my team. I love running around all Galar with it in my party. And it's just a cool ass fucking lizard. It's a fucking spot. I love the Gigantamax form too. The fact that it like sticks up on the end of its tail, like it makes a tower from its tail to snipe fuckers long distance. Like that's just fucking great. I love Inteleon. It's a cool ass fucking lizard. Okay, next up, number 10. Who says number 10? That's 1, so that's 3, 6, 9, 10. Superior! Superior's an A tier. I love Superior. I love Serp. My favorite starter in Gen 5. Even though it wasn't great in Gen 5 because its stats are... Like, he's technically speaking... I say he, but... Forgive my bias towards some of these starters being male or female, okay? Well, I'm going to say that for... I know it's kind of late, but I'm going to say it anyway. Superior, I had a male Superior. That's why I fucking do it. But it's technically speaking built to be defensive in Gen 5. The way its stat spread is. It's a fast defensive mon. with access to screens, leech seed, and all this other shit. Like, it's a support Pokemon. But then they gave it contrary, and then this fucking thing went, like, over broken. Because now, you spam Leaf Storm, you get a +2, and then you hit hard with, you know, your Dragon Pulse, your Hidden Power Fire, and then you go from there. Like, it was busted in Gen 6. I used to use it a lot. Gen 7, it went more like half and half. Like, you had substitute Leech Seed, Leaf Storm, and like some coverage move. Either that, or you had substitute Leech Seed, or Glare, substitute Leaf Storm, and then some other coverage move. Some people were just like, I'm gonna be like more support, so like Glare, Leech Seed, substitute, Leaf Storm, like that type of stuff. I don't think it wasn't in Gen 8, so it skipped that gen. We're gonna see what it does in Gen 9 now that it has access to Terra Blast. This thing's gonna be great. I've always loved little details with this thing because it has little tiny arms, but you wouldn't notice it unless you're like paying attention to the fine details. And I just like Surf. It's a cool ass. Again, well, this one isn't really a lizard, but it's a cool ass snake. It's a cool ass reptile. Okay, it's the same fucking thing. Next up we have. Okay, so I haven't even been showing you guys. I got one. Okay, so I generated between 1 and 23, and now I got one, which is Charizard. Unfortunately, Charizard's gone down a peg because I'm sick and tired of seeing this fucking game. Charizard will always have a special place in my heart. Always. Strictly because it was my first Pokemon ever, right? When I first picked up my copy of Pokemon Red, all the way back in 1996 or 97, I don't even remember when it was. I can't recall right now. Charmander was my first Pokemon ever. Right? That was my first choice. Like, that was the first choice I made as a trainer in my life. So, Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, like, all them fuckers, they're always going to have a special place in my heart. Strictly because they were the first. But when I tell you, I'm sick and tired of seeing this dumbass dragon, this dumbass fake dragon, because it's not even a fucking dragon, all the goddamn time, it infuriates me. And it's made me dislike it way more than it used to. And I feel bad about it too. I don't feel happy to sit here and tell you that I'm disliking Charizard more and more every fucking gen. Because I used to love this stupid thing. I used to love Charizard. I used to be one of the Charizard defenders back in the day. I've used Charizard many a times in multiple gens. And it's just gotten bad. It's gotten too bad. They use it too much in the anime, too much in the games. They give too many special treatments. They spam it all the fucking time, and I'm getting fatigued. I think that's the best way to put it. I'm getting Charizard fatigue. I get it that he was a lot of people's first mon, okay, and Game Freak. Excuse me. Game Freak has this special attachment to Gen 1 for whatever reason. They have a bias towards that gen. And the flagship Pokemon from Gen 1, aside from Mewtwo, is Charizard. So they have this strong hold on it. But they need to stop. They need to stop with the favoritism. Okay? Charizard, at the end of the day, isn't that special. In the grand scheme of things, Charizard's not that special. It's not even the strongest fucking starter. And it hasn't been. For a really long fucking time. So, they really need to stop. They need to stop. So that's why here. And I honestly feel like if they keep doing this, Charizard's going to go down and down and down. I don't think it's ever going to go below C tier. But it's just going to have like a lot of Pokemon in front of it. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing it. I really am. So, moving on from that one, we got 19. We're at 22. So that's 22, 21, 2019. Rillaboom. Hey, that's all the Gen 8 starters. Hello! Woohoo! Okay, Rillaboom. Let me put it there. I'll put Rillaboom in B tier. And the main reason why Rillaboom is so high is because I fucking love spamming it in Gen 8. Like, I used to play a lot of... Like, Gen 8... I've said this before in... When I did my top 10 Galar Pokemon. I got back into like full on competitive because I skipped like Gen 7. Like I wasn't really doing too much with Gen 7. And then Gen 8, I skipped the beginning and I started getting into the groove of things like when the Isle of Armor stuff happened. So like around like the later half of that metagame and then the Crown Tundra, and I used to spam the fuck out of Rillaboom. Like straight up, I used to spam the fuck out of Rillaboom. I had so many teams with Rillaboom on it. I love the ability is great. Grassy Surge is always going to be great, and on top of that, it's fucking strong as hell, and it's bulky enough to take at least 1 or 2 neutral hits. And because you're in grassy terrain, you're going to heal all that up, and then you have a priority move in grassy terrain with Grassy Slide. I don't think it's in the game right now, but they need to give it back to it because it's a fucking Grassy Glide, not Slide. Grassy Glide. They need to give it back to it because it's a busted ass. It's a priority move that is strong and it gets boosted by the Grassy Surge. You know, the Grassy Terrain, and coming off its base attack stat is fucking great. And I loved using it. Has access to U-turn, superpower, high horsepower, fucking wood hammer, and all sorts of shit. It was a fun one to use, and that's why it's this high up. And I don't think it appeared in the anime because, like I said, I didn't watch all of Journey, so I don't know what the fuck happened to Go's Grookey. I doubt it evolved, but if it did, I don't think it got all the way to the Rillaboom. So I'm gonna say, like didn't I think Leon? Excuse me. I didn't watch the Masters 8, but I think Leon had a Rillaboom. And if that's true, then it might have done something. I don't fucking know. Like I said, I didn't watch the Masters 8. I didn't care to watch it. But either way, in terms of like the games, I loved using Rillaboom in competitive. It's like out of the Gen 8 starters, even though it's Inteleon's my favorite, I think I used more Rillaboom in competitive than I did either of the other two. So that's why it's this high up. I don't like, design-wise, I don't like it more than the ones above it. But in terms of competitive stuff, I like it more than the ones below it. So okay, so that's that one. So let's move on to 21. So number 13, unlucky 13 or lucky 13. I don't know what it is. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got Delphox. Okay, Delphox. I'll put you in book Venusaur. Alright, Delphox is going to get a C. The only reason why it's this high is because Serena didn't have it in the anime. The only one that had it was Arya. And at least Arya didn't make it look like ass. So it has that going for it. And I liked using it. Like I said, the Fennekin line was my favorite in Gen 6. And Delphox, I actually liked it design-wise. I just wish that I'd gotten more of like an actual spotlight instead of the fucking stupid ass middle fox. Fuck Braixen. I love the witch motif. As I think that's the best way to put it. Granted, like I said, since it didn't get much love from the main cast and anything Serena related, it's obviously gonna get like points docked off of it. I still put it this high because I actually still, even through all my bias against everything that happened in the anime, I still like Pokemon. But it's I just can't. I can't put it higher than this. Like, it's still technically not that low for all intents and purposes, but I don't know. Like, I feel bad putting it down here, but it got fucked up. It got fucked over. That's the best way to put it. So we're leaving there, and then moving on to the next one, we got 6. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got Pert, Mr. Pert. And I put you in A. Like I'm gonna put an S tier. Fuck it. I'll put Pert in S tier. I fucking love Swampert. Okay, spoilers. I love all the Gen 3 starters. They're all gonna be high. Okay, I love all 3 of them. But Pert, I love Swampert. Swampert was fucking goated. I loved using it in competitive Gen 3 when I retroactively went back to play it. I have a lot of teams with Swampert in it. Gen 4 retroactively when I was playing it. I used it in Gen 4 and Gen 5. I mean, granted, I that was more UU than it was OU, so I didn't play it as often, but I still like using Pert. And then Gen 6, I fucking loved using it again. Swampert is the fucking GOAT, and the Mega Evolution made it even better. It's team player. Everybody knows it. Fucking Swampert is always taking hits, always eating everything up. Everything you send at it is gonna fucking eat it. It's gonna tank it, and it's not gonna take anything from anybody. It's gonna destroy everybody, and it's a cool ass mod. It's fucking Swampert, man. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Swampert's great. I've used it too many times. I really have. It's been too consistent. I've made too many Swamperts. I can't say more than that. It's a cool ass fucking mod. Following up between 1 and 19, we got number 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's too coincidental. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm showing you guys. I literally got 5. I didn't plan this shit. So that means it's Blaziken. It's also fucking S tier. If I put Pert in S tier, then Blaziken's gonna be up here. And I fucking love Blaziken. Like, of the original firefighter starters, Blaziken's always gonna be goated. It was fucking great in the anime. I loved using it in competitive. I before it was banned in Gen 5 and Gen 6. And even in Gen 8 I was using teams with fucking Blaziken in it. It was fucking crazy. Granted, there I was using a more special oriented Blaziken because of the fact that his best fire stab physical wise is still like Flare Blitz, and I was already using Life Orb and shit. So like it didn't make sense. Either that or I was using Choice Specs too, so it got Scorching Sands too. Like I just fucking love using this dumbass chicken. It's a cool ass bird with its cool ass fucking moves, and it's fucking strong. It has a broken ability with speed boost. It has really good stats. It has really good moves. in the anime it was great. You had two awesome Blazekins with Harrison and May, and it's a cool ass fucking mon. What else can I say? It's a cool mon. It's a cool mon. All right. So next up, between 1 and 18, we got number 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Samurai. This is regular samurai. I can put it there. Put it B. Put it in B. Not to say that samurai is not cool, because I actually didn't mind samurai. It's just that I think a lot of people will say this too. Like Duat, the way Duat was shown off, you would think that it would go that way when it evolved again. And while I still like the way that samurai goes and like pulls out its fucking giant ass blade from his fucking shoulder pads or whatever the fuck, or flippers or whatever, like that's still cool. But like Duat was a fucking samurai shit, like pulls it out of his fucking thighs and shit. Like that was fucking hype. And like competitive wise, I didn't really use it much, just because there's always a better option than samurai. And then like in terms of the anime, like Cameron didn't have a samurai. Somebody had a samurai, or was it Cameron? I'm trying to remember. There was definitely a guy with a samurai in the fucking anime in the Unova League, but I don't remember if it was Cameron. Because technically speaking, the only thing people remember with Cameron is the fact that he had a fucking Riolu that evolved into a Lucaria in the middle of the fucking battle. Maybe it was him. I don't recall. Either way, Ash had an Oshawa. That didn't fucking evolve. But Samurai's still cool. I just wish he had a little bit more. And technically speaking, he has the advantage that he has in his Hisuian form, which when we get to it, you'll see that, spoilers, it's going to be higher because I fucking love Hisuian Samurai. But for now, we're gonna leave Samurai right where he is, right there. So we're gonna do from 1 to 17, and we got number 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Greninja! Oh my gosh, I didn't think I was gonna get this stupid ass frog this early. Or this late. This is easy F tier. This is where people are gonna get so salty because people love Greninja. Greninja's like the coolest. Greninja's like the coolest mon, man. This is like the greatest Pokemon ever exists, right? No, fuck. I fucking hate Greninja. Looks dumb. It's fucking stupid. I hate it in the anime. Like a lot of my hatred for Greninja, aside from design, I think it looks stupid. I don't like the tongue scarf. I've never liked it, and it looks ridiculous. It's a stupid looking frog. And then the anime just made it 100 times worse. Legit. Like, I already didn't like the Froakie line design-wise. And they pull that shit in the anime? Fuck. No. You get an immediate... Like, you're already in the hole because I think you look stupid. And then you go and do that monstrosity. Like, nah, fuck. I think I've said this before, and this is like, if people, if they follow me and they're watching the stream, they knew this was gonna happen. Everybody and their mom that watches me knows I fucking hate Greninja. It was the first mon in the history of the franchise that when I saw it, my first words were, I hate this thing. It and Mega Charizard X are the only two mons I actively despise in the entire franchise. Every Pokemon in the Pokedex, I at least think they have some redeeming quality. I despise these two. Okay, Greninja and because Mega Charizard X is technically a Mega, so it has its own like bracket and shit. Greninja is the only Pokemon that's like a standalone that I can legitimately say I hate. I don't like it design-wise. I don't like the lore behind it. I don't like it in the anime. Competitive, while it's good, right? It's fucking strong. It was busted in Gen 6. That's why we got banned to Ubers. And then Gen 7, it was like whatever. Like it was still technically OU, but like because it wasn't as strong because Toxapex was everywhere. And you couldn't touch it. So like everybody was running Toxapex, and it wasn't just because of Greninja, it was because of everybody, because Toxapex was broken. So Greninja never got to go up in usage. And it was like whatever. I think I used one team with it, and that's because it was a rain team, and I needed something that was strong with it. And it was a top tier mon for a reason. But aside from that, I don't like this thing. I hate it. I despise this stupid ass, dumbass frog. And like I said, it's the only mon in the history of the franchise that I can vehemently say I actually despise. And it feels weird to be this against it, because you can make a poll in on Twitter, Facebook, wherever the fuck you want to say, of like favorite Pokemon, and Greninja's always going to be up there. A lot of people like Greninja. I have never ran into somebody that tells me they don't like Greninja. So it's one of those things where I'm like an outcast because I hate this frog, and everybody else loves it. I also hate Smash is fucking stupid. It's not even good. It's fucking pathetic. Like I think it's like a mid tier. So a lot of times I remember in Smash 4, I would just go on training mode or like play on like versus matches against a CPU Greninja, just mollywop the fuck out of it, because it was the best part of it. I could just destroy the stupid frog, even though I can't do it physically in person. I could do it in a fucking game that controls the parameters and shit like that. And in Ultimate, I don't fucking mess with it too much because I have other business to attend to. But yeah, that's my tangent. I knew that one was gonna be fun, and I know that when I post this shit, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid fuck?" Well, shitty ass opinions. Okay, moving on. 1 through 16, we got number 15, which is Skeledirge. The big Dirge. I'm gonna put you there, right below Charizard. And technically speaking, Skeledirge is one of the ones that, depending on how they handle it in Horizons, like if Roy catches, or if Roy evolves his Fuecoco all the way to the Skeledirge and they continue using it the way they're doing now, Skeledirge is gonna go way up. Like the stocks for Skeledirge are technically speaking on hold right now, with the potential to rise depending on how they handle it in the anime. In terms of the games, in terms of designs, I think it looks dumb. Okay, weird ass clown crocodile. But in terms of the games, it's a really good mon. I think right now it's still the only, because Meowscarada I think went down to UU recently. Maybe not in this latest drop, but the one before it. I think somewhere around there. Okay, so I think Skeledirge is still technically the only Gen 9 starter in OU, because it has Unaware, so you can't set up on it. It has a busted move with Torch Song, which boosts the special attack stat, which is, so you can't set up on it, but it can set up on you. It's tanky and it can hit hard because it's boosting the special attack, and it's a Ghost Fire type. I love Ghost Fire types. I already mentioned it with Hisu and Typhlosion. I love the typing. So like I said, the stocks for it can rise depending on what happens in the anime. For now, it's sitting at a low, like the middle of the B tier, but I can see it moving up to A tier depending on what happens in the future. So keep an eye out for the Skeletor stocks, you know. Moving on to 1 through 15. We got number 12. So that's 15, 14, 13, 12. 12. Incineroar. Okay. Incineroar is going to get... I put it above Torterra. I can do that. I can put it there. I still don't like it. Right? It's still one of those ones I don't really care for. I don't despise Incineroar. I just don't care for it. I don't care for it or its compatriots. But I will give it up that the one in the anime, you know, Ash's Incineroar was pretty cool. Kukui's Incineroar was pretty cool. So they get props for that. I love the backstory and everything that happened there. So it gets that benefit of the doubt. And in Smash, while I don't really care too much for it, there's a player who, his name is SkyJ. He's from Mexico. He pilots Incineroar, and it's like a masterpiece. So it gets that like type of hype for me. So in terms of like the main series, I don't really care too much for it. It's like whatever. But it's like kind of grown on me because of Smash Ultimate and like Sun and Moon anime, because I fucking love this. Everybody knows I love the Sun and Moon anime. And it was a strong contender in the show. So I mean, give it up. At least it's not too down in the dumps, you know? Like, it's not the bottom tier. So at least it got props for that. Alright, moving on. 1 through 14. We got number 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Infernape. Big Ape. I used to like Infernape way more than I do now. I don't know why. I don't care too much for it anymore. Like, I haven't seen anything with it that has wowed me recently. It's not really used too much in competitive anymore. Well, Gen 7 was the last time you technically could use it, because it wasn't in Gen 8 except for Arceus, and even then, it's not like you did much with it. It might be coming into Gen 9, so we could see some stuff with it, potentially. So hopefully it'll wow me again, but as of now, it's whatever. It's like middle of the pack, you know. That's why it's in tier. It's like middle of the pack. Moving on to between 1 and 13. Number 10. So that's easy. So that's 13, 12, 11, 10. Hisuian Decidueye. Now this one actually goes up a little bit. I can put it here. I think it looks better in this form. It doesn't look as goofy. Personally speaking, I think it doesn't look as goofy. And I like the grass fighting typing better. There's not much else to say. I just think it looks better. I think that's the only reason why I have this high up. It just looks better than the original. I like the fucking autumn colors on it, and I like the typing and its signature move, which is like triple kick. But I think is it a crit every time or something? I don't remember what triple arrow does now that I think about it. Like, I can't recall what it does, I should say. Yeah, I might do it. Move it down. No. I think I can put it there. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there for now. All right, 1 through 12. We got number 8. So that's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Just Chestnut. Big boy Chestnut. Now, unlike Delphox, who got fucked over in the anime, Chestnut didn't. So it gets to be higher. And I used it in Gen 6 UU, which I didn't really play too much. It's like I mentioned, I was mainly like OU and RU. Those are my two tiers in Gen 6. I didn't bother using it in Gen 7 either, but it's tanky, and I think I did use it in one team in OU in Gen 7. I don't recall. I'm trying to remember right now. Pretty sure I used it for something. I don't recall what it is. But it's tanky. It's very bulky on the defensive side, and it can at least do some damage. And because it's so tanky, it has access to Leech Seed. You can do something with it. I think that's it. There's not much else. Like, it doesn't have too many knocks against it, because like Chespin, like in the anime, like Clement's Chespin didn't evolve at all. And I don't recall who else had a Chestnut in the anime. I don't think anybody else did. Question mark? No, I don't recall. So it doesn't have a knock against it, which is probably why I put it this high up. So we're just gonna move on. We're not gonna question that. All right. 1 through 11. We got number 3, which is Typhlosion. It's an A tier. Typhlosion's A tier. Hisuian Typhlosion knocked it down. That's why it's not S tier, because Hisuian Typhlosion is just cooler. But I still love regular Typhlosion, right? It's still one of my favorites of all times. And I'm upset with what they did to neuter it in Gen 6 and 7. Okay, that was a disgrace. Taking away its fire, because when it was in Gen 5 and Gen 4, like every other fucking gen over here bursting like a volcano, because that's what he fucking is. He's a fucking volcano honey badger. For fuck's sakes, don't take away his flame. So now that he has him back, he's good to go. Typhlosion's back on his A game. And I love it. I love Typhlosion. It's always going to have a spot in my heart, no matter what happens in the future. So we're down to 10 months. We're making progress. We're making good progress. Number 2, Meganium. Oh. Meganium. I don't even know I don't know where to fucking rank you. You're not F tier. Do I put you here? Maybe? I'll put it down here. No, above Torterra, obviously. It's not C tier. It's not going up to C tier. I think this is a good spot. Meganium's problem is that it doesn't do anything, right? When you think about Meganium, its hidden ability's ass. Okay, when you look at Typhlosion and Feraligatr, got 2 amazing hidden abilities. Typhlosion has Flash Fire, which means you can switch into Fire type moves, and then fucking Feraligatr has Sheer Force. Meganium got Leaf Guard. Who the fuck is using Meganium in a Sun team to prevent status? Right? Why? Why would you ever use it? That makes no fucking sense. And on top of that, the anime didn't help it, because Ash stopped at a Bailey, which is why Bailey is actually relatively high in the middle stage. But Meganium doesn't do anything. It's just there. It exists. The only reason why I can potentially say that I think it could be a little higher than this is that it's based on one of my favorite dinosaurs, the Brachiosaurus. Actually, no. Yeah, that is my favorite dinosaur. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be based on a Brachiosaurus, which is, like I said, my favorite dinosaur of all times. Oh, I don't have it here. It's somewhere else. I can't think of anything else. It's like I could potentially put it over Incineroar, but it wouldn't make sense because it's not like it wows me. Actually, now that I look at this, I'm going to switch Incineroar and Cinderace. I think that looks better. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. Okay, so now we're down to 9. Okay, number 2 is Sceptile. And my boy, Sceptile. S+. There's a reason why I had an S+ in here. That's because Sceptile is my GOAT. I just knew it wasn't going to be... It wouldn't... Like, I knew Hisuian Typhlosion was going to be S tier already. And Swampert and Blaziken would have been there too. But I like Sceptile so much more than all the other Mons that I just felt like it deserved its own tier. As I mentioned before, the Gen 3 starters as a collection are my favorite trio of all time. I've used multiple Sceptiles, multiple Typhlos, or multiple Swamperts, multiple Blazikens in the history of the franchise. I've used all 3 extensively in multiple generations. I've used them all in competitive. In draft format, I've used Sceptile. Its Mega Evolution is my favorite starter evolution, as you guys saw. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. It seems to get stronger per gen that comes out, or well, not stronger, but it gets new tool. So like in Gen 5, it got unburdened. So now it's already fast as fuck as it is, which means you don't have to invest so much in your speed because you're gonna double it anyways, and you can focus on your attacks. In Gen 3, I had teams with it. Granted, back then he was more like a fast support Pokemon like Superior because it has Substitute and Leaf Blade, which was a strong move because it came off its special attack instead of its physical attack, which is much higher. Because back in Gen 3, the grass type moves were special. And like, it was my main in Pokken, which says a lot. I wanted it in Smash, never got it, and never gonna happen at this point. And I've loved using and the fucking Sceptile, Ash's Sceptile in the anime was fucking amazing. From beginning to end, it fucking destroyed the Darkrai, which no other person in the entire fucking league had done. And it was amazing. It's a cool ass mon, and I fucking love it. It's up there in my top 10 favorites of all time, and it's fucking goated. My favorite starter of all time is Sceptile. So that's why it's number 1 in the rankings, because it's literally my favorite starter of all time. Like back when I used to say, oh, it's like a 3-way tie between Sceptile, Cyndaquil, and Charizard. They used to interchange, but it got to a point, it's like at Gen 6 happening, Sceptile just overtook the other two by miles. And then I loved using it in Gen 7. And then Typhlosion got the Hisuian form, which meant that now Charizard went down. So the Charizard's no longer in my top 3, obviously. And then Sceptile just kept improving. And then Pokken came out, and I was hyped with Pokken. And it was a top tier. And I actually did relatively well when I used to play it. And I can't wait for it to come back in Gen 9. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I'm looking forward to all of the snazzy new things it's gonna get in this new environment. especially with Terra Blast, it's gonna be fucking goated. Granted, it doesn't have a Mega anymore, so its stats, so it's not as strong as it could be, but it's still fast as fuck. Like I think it's like base 120 speed, which is really fucking high. I think it might be the fastest starter. What's Greninja? I think no. I think Greninja is faster by like 1 point. I think. Because I think Gren is a 121. I'm going to check this right now. Ninja. Where are the stats in this fucking thing? Down here. Okay, so Greninja is based 122. So what's Sceptiles? Over here, Sceptile. Yeah, 120. It's base 120. So it's technically speaking the second fastest, unless Meowscarada faster. I don't think so. But we'll check anyways. We shall check anyways. Somewhere yeah, Cinderace is 119, and I think Cinderace is faster than Meowscarada. So pretty sure. Paldea. Oh no, Meowscarada is actually the fastest. So it's Meowscarada, Greninja, and Sceptile. So I mean, we'll see. It has access. Like I said, it still has Unburden. So realistically speaking, it could still do something. So I'm really looking forward to what they're gonna do when it comes back to Gen 9. All right. So next up, 1 through 8 is where we're at, right? So we're down to 8 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we're down to 8. So we have, let's generate 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Hisuian Samurott. Like I said, this is 8 here. But Hisuian Samurott takes regular Samurott and knocks it up a notch. I love the design. I love that it looks more scruff. I love that it looks like it's been through some shit. I love the fact that it's like, I'm tired of your shit, and I'm gonna destroy you with my ceaseless edge, which is my stab signature move, my dark stab signature move that sets up spikes on your side of the field every time I land it, and it's like base 65, I think, or base 70. Something like that. It's a fucking strong ass move. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It's strong. It sets up spikes. It's like the top use. I think. Like right now in the Pokemon Home metagame, I think it might be the most used starter. Above everybody else, just because it's a hazard setter that does not fear the removals. So, well, besides like Corviknight and shit, but like Great Tusk doesn't want to switch in because you have fucking Water Stab. Same thing with Iron Threads. Who's the other? There's another Rabbit Spinner. I if I remember correctly. I don't remember who it is. Like the only one that doesn't that switches in is Corviknight. But like it's strong. It's very popular, and it looks cool. It's legitimately, I think it looks way better than regular Samurai. And I'm actually tempted to put her above Inteleon. I'm tempted. But I'm not going to do it yet. But I'm tempted to do it. So, alright, moving on. We got 7 more to go, people. 7 more. And I ironically get 7, which is Quaquaval. Now, Quaquaval actually is going to be at the top of A tier. Or do I put it in S tier? I really want to put it in S tier. Because I fucking love Quaquaval so much. Fuck it. I'm going to put Quaquaval in S tier. I don't fucking care. I love this bird. Okay? Heck, I'm tempted to put it above Blaziken at this point. But it's still too new. That's the thing. Like, Quaquaval is still too new. And I love it this much. Okay? I love its signature move, Aqua Step, that raises its speed every time it attacks. It has Moxie as its ability, which increases the attack every time it knocks down an opponent. So you're literally Blaziken 2.0, except you can raise your attack and your speed at the same time by defeating an opponent. It's strong. It's relatively fast. It's not as fast as Masquerada. I know that for a fact. I think it's barely hitting like 110 or something like that. Let me check. Quaquaval. I'm pretty sure it doesn't hit 100, more than 100 something. Let me see. Quaquaval. Oh, you don't even hit 100. Never mind. I thought it hit at least base 100. But no, it's like base 85. So, it's a little slow, but in terms of like the standard. But it's base 110, 120 attack. It's fucking strong. And the best part about Quaquaval, or the stocks for Quaquaval, are the same as Skeledirge, except that Skeledirge is starting off a little lower. So Quaquaval is not going to jump up too high. But the stocks for it are in the same boat because of the fact that Dot has Quaxley. Now, granted, I don't know how they're going to handle Dot in the anime. I don't know what they're going to pull with her. Because she's a strategical train. Like, in her mind, she's the bookworm trainer type of deal. Like, you know, there's your book smart or your street smart. So Roy is street smart, and they're showing him off to like get into all sorts of shenanigans, which is why Fuecoco is doing so good right now. But Dot is a book smart. So I don't know how they're gonna deal with that. I don't know how they're gonna progress their story. I don't know if she's gonna be an actual battler. Who the fuck knows? So the stocks are on a hold for Quaquaval because depending on how they handle Dot and if they actually have her be consistent battler and stuff, then we might potentially move it up a little bit. Like I might, if Dot evolves Quaxley all the way with Quaquaval, or we have another cool ass Quaquaval in the show, then I can potentially put her up Blaziken. I don't know if it'll beat Swampert, but it could potentially beat Swampert. But I know for a fact that if a cool Quaquaval shows up in the anime, it's going to go above Blaziken. I don't think it's going to hit too high because it's already high enough, but it could potentially hit those peaks. I love its design. I love the history behind it. It's part of my heritage as a Latino man. I love it in the game. Its fucking animations in the game are great. Like, it just has too much going for it. Quaquaval has too much going for it. It's too sassy. I fucking love it. So that's that. We're down to the final 6, right? final 6 of the thing. So let's see what we got. We got number 5, Primarina. Okay. I'll put it there. No, I'll put it over Cinderace. Yeah, I'll put it over Cinderace. It's still D tier because, like I said, I don't like any of the Gen 7 starters. Like at all. But Primarina at least was decent in Gen 8. Like the beginning of Gen 8. I didn't play that metagame though, so I can't say too much. But apparently it was good. Water Fairy is a good typing. But again, Tapu Fini's there, so why the fuck would you use Primarina? Granted, they don't do the same things. Cause Primarina is more like a quick offensive. Well, she's not fat, but like quicker offense than Tapu Fini, because Tapu Fini is more on the tanky side of things. So, but I still don't care for it. I don't really care for Primarina. So, moving on, we got 5 left. So number 2 is Empoleon. Empoleon's actually gonna get really high. I don't know if no, I'm not gonna put it over. Sorry, it's up there in A, but it's not going over. So, Piplup was actually my favorite starter in Gen 4. And I love Empoleon as a concept. I love penguins in general. Do I have it? No, I don't have it here. I do have a penguin plushie from when I was a kid, somewhere in this house. I love penguins. The penguins are fucking adorable, and it's an emperor penguin, which is even more badass. Excuse me. And I just love it. It's my favorite Gen 4 starter. Well, realistically speaking, it's the only Gen 4 starter I actually really like. I'm considering, Torterra's in D tier and Infernape in C tier. And I just love it. It's a tanky ass mon. It's Water Steel is a great typing. I used it a lot in Gen 4 retroactively competitive. In Gen 5, Gen 6. I don't think I used it in Gen 7. No. Because Gen 7 it was UU. And I didn't really mess with Gen 7 UU like that. Or Gen 7 in general, for that matter. I didn't like Gen 7 at a game. Just saying. It's a cool ass penguin. What else? What more can I say? So we're down to 4. Yeah, 4. Meowscarada. Okay, Meowscarada, you're gonna be down. I'll put you down here. Or do I put it below Feraligatr? No, I'm gonna leave Meowscarada here for now. I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. Out of the 3 starters, it's my least. I'm like with. I don't like the fact that it went on its hind legs. Sprigatito was adorable the way it was, right? It didn't need to go up on 2 legs at all. It should have just stayed there. And while I like the magic motif a little bit, it's a little too much for me. But it's the same thing as the other 2. Granted, it's going to be the least of the 2 because the furthest down, and I don't really have too much high hopes for Lico's Sprigatito in the show. Especially with what happened in the latest episode. I'm a little iffy with it. And my theory right now is not good for it in any way, shape, or form. So, it has stocks that could potentially rise, but could also go. I think it's the only one of the 3 Gen 9 starters that could potentially go down. Maybe, depending on what happens. But for now, it's staying here. It has, like I said, it has the ability to go up or go down. That's the only one of the 3. Skeletors, I don't think is going to go down. At most, it could stay there or go up. That's the way I'm feeling. In fact, if Charizard gets stuff, then it's obviously going to go up above Charizard because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Charizard. So that's that. We're down to our final 3. So we have Blastoise, Big Boy Cannons, and in this day and age, put it up here. The B tier, nice B tier. Over time, Blastoise hasn't been as problematic as Charizard has in terms of the original trios, which is why its stock is so high, and I have a higher affinity with it because it got Shell Smash in Gen 8. It was blowing everybody away. It's fucking hilarious. So it's way stronger than it used to be, which makes it even cooler for me. And it hasn't done anything egregious to be knocked down a peg, you know? So I'll give it there. I'll do that. I'll give it up. And then finally, the last 2. I'm just going to do Emboar first, even though the thing tells me to do the Greninja form. Because we all know where that one's going to go, right? We already know where that one's going to go. So we're going to get Emboar. Pick you up. And we're going to put Emboar over there. Emboar's actually grown on me over time. Not because of anything it did. Besides the fact that it got Reckless in like Gen 6 or something. The later half of Gen 6, I think. I don't remember when it got fucking Reckless. But I also love it in Pokemon Masters. I think it's just over time I've just liked it more, and I've come to the realization that as a fire fighting type, it's cooler than Infernape. Actually, I'm gonna put it above Samurai now that I think about it. Put you above Samurai. Yeah. I love Emboar. Like over time, it's just been growing more and more on me. So it's a cool mon that I enjoy. I enjoy using it. I used to use it a lot in RU. Like I said, Gen 6 RU was my tier, my favorite tier. Well, yeah, that one. Yeah, I think Gen 6 RU was my favorite tier. It's strong as fuck. It's slow as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's very slow, but it hits like a fucking truck, and it has enough bulk to take at least one hit on switch him. And it has the coverage for days. Like the only issue is that it has too much coverage, so then you have to like pick and choose what you want to be walled by. But overall, it's a cool ass moment. And then finally, this stupid thing. I want. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a row below it. Go away. F++. And you're gonna be like black or some shit like that. Maybe I can't make it. Maybe black isn't the right color. I don't fucking know. White? Okay, white. There we go. There we go. F++. And you know what? Just for the fuck of it. F+. F+ and F++. Fuck the Greninja form. Okay? Fuck this stupid ass, lame ass fucking frog. I already hated Greninja to begin with. Okay? I already hated Greninja to begin with. I despise it. It's like I said, it's my least favorite Pokemon of all time. And then the anime happens, and it makes me hate Greninja even more. Right? Base Greninja. Talk about base Greninja here. And then they create this monstrosity. I know the technical term before was Ash Greninja. That's been retconned. Now it's just Battle Bond Greninja. Ooh, Battle Bond. Listen here. The reason why I hate Battle Bond Greninja so much is because the conception of it is stupid and ridiculous. If you used to watch my reviews back in the day of Pokemon X and Y English dub, excuse me. If you used to watch it, you would know that one of my biggest grievances with this stupid dumbass form is the fact that even in the show, they say this isn't a unique phenomenon. It's happened before. Right? It looked the same. So the fact that they call it the Ash Greninja form made no sense. Because even in the lore, this has happened before. It's not unique to Ash. Right? So that's the first knock against it. The second knock against it is the fact that it literally ruined everything regarding Ash in the anime. Oh, in X and Y, because we're just strictly speaking of X and Y. It ruined everything regarding him as a character. Because of the fact that the Battle Bond form is supposed to be you and the trainer becoming one in terms of like your spirit, right? So everything Ash feels, Greninja feels. And everything Greninja feels, Ash feels, right? It's supposed to be like this deep connection between the characters. Why the fuck did this not happen with Pikachu, who is his supposed best friend, and it's his first Pokemon, and it's the thing that the one Pokemon that goes with him everywhere? Why give it to Greninja? Makes no sense. Like, are you meaning to tell me that Ash's bond with Greninja is stronger than his bond with Pikachu? Make it make sense. So that's the point number 2 against it. Point number 3 is that it ruined the rest of Ash's team. Because the moment this thing became canon in the show, every other Pokemon in Ash's team got 0 development, 0 purpose to be on the team, and everything became the Greninja in the show. That's already 3 strikes. You're out. You already look ugly as fuck to begin with. Now you look even more stupid. X and Y Ash, I still think looks like his design. I don't really mesh with it. I don't really care too much for it. I don't hate it, right? It's not my least favorite design. It was dumb. It looks stupid. Okay, the Greninja shouldn't look like that. It already looks bad, and it looks even worse in this form. And then on top of that, it's too much of a fan favorite. Like I think it's I was so glad when they retconned it in Scarlet and Violet, and they're like, oh, this is no longer Ash Greninja. This is just Battle Bond Greninja. And you no longer get all these stat boosts to you if you defeat a Pokemon. You just get +1 and I think it's just special attack, special defense, and speed or something like that. I don't fucking remember. Or is it attack, special attack, and speed? Something like that. It gets like 3 boosts or something like that. So it got nerfed. And then it's no longer called what it used to be called. So I was happy and excited. Greninja got fucking bodied in Gen 9. It's no longer as good as it used to be. And I'm celebrating. Whoop, whoop. I think that's it. Yeah. That's basically it for this this ranking. If you are just joining us, this is the list. I'm gonna scroll all the way from the top to the bottom. Like I said, these are duplicates because they were in here twice. I don't fucking know why. I will be posting this on Twitter because I want to cause some chaos, and it's always fun to be a denizen of chaos for a little bit. I think there was something I was gonna do. Was I gonna move someone? No. I think. Well, no. I said I was gonna move Hisu and Samra up one, but I'm gonna leave it where it is. I think this is a good ranking. So that's it. Fuck Greninja. Worst starter of all time. My least favorite Pokemon of all time. Its stupid Battle Bond form is even dumber than it was. Fuck the anime for causing it to exist. Fuck the anime for having this dumbass frog be a thing. And every other starter is way better than Greninja by like a mile, which is why it's not just D into F, it's D to F plus and F plus plus. And I think that's gonna be it for this this ranking. I'm not gonna open Twitter right now, just because I don't fucking trust it. I've seen people get fucking doxxed because Twitter just randomly starts asking you to confirm your phone number. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna post it after I stop sharing my screen and I stop the stream. But this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're watching the playback and you don't feel like I should probably link this in the fucking description or some shit. Is there a way to do that? Can I do that? Can I do that here? Or do I have to do it somewhere else? I might have to do it somewhere else. Maybe I can do it here. Can I edit this right here? Yeah! Link to tier list maker. Hey! There we go. I think it should show you guys on the description now. Hopefully. I don't fucking know how it works when you edit the thing. But that was fun. For me, it was, at least. Sceptile is my GOAT. Hisuian Typhlosion, also the GOAT. Swampert, Blaziken, the GOATs. Quaquaval, definitely a GOAT. With a GOAT that can rise up in the rankings. And then regular Typhlosion obviously is great. Inteleon, basically everything from like S plus to B are great in my eyes. C and D are like the mediocre ones. And then fucking Greninja gets the fucking fuck you. Because fuck that dumbass frog. Fuck the way it looks. Fuck the way it exists. I'm just gonna leave it off there. I don't want to get angry. I already am angry, but I'm glad I can put it in its goddamn place. So I think that's gonna be it for the stream. Let's see. I think I hope you guys can actually see it. The next stream, which will be next Sunday, is Pokemon Rejuvenation. That's what we're dealing with. Hopefully it doesn't lag as much and that it works properly, because this stream did fine, thankfully. Thank God. So I hope that the settings that I did last Thursday help me out with the stream next Sunday. This is now the outro part of the stream, where we talk about everything that's coming up. Tomorrow you will be getting a video for Pokemon Horizons, like a reveal, whatever. I don't know what to fucking call it yet. But it's basically talking about a future episode that was announced. So we're going to be talking about that there. I'm going to try to upload a short sometime Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully, if everything works out fine. And then I'm working, or not, I mentioned it earlier when I was talking about Meowscarada, but there is a theory video I want to make regarding Pokemon Horizons and Liko in particular. So I don't know if I'm going to do that this week or next week. I'm still not sure. Because I know it's going to be a while regardless. And then episode 21 review will be out hopefully Saturday. I really need to get my... Because I've been doing them Sunday morning because shit just happens on Friday and Saturday. But I hope to get it done Saturday. Hey, we got the hearts. So welcome back. Love the hearts. So I'm hoping to get that done Saturday. And then I don't think there's any other like content ideas that I have scheduled for now. I don't think so. I'll look at my notes. I'll look at my notes and then I'll let you guys know. No, I think that's it for now. Like, if I get more ideas, then I'll obviously let you guys know in future videos, because that's how we do things around here, you know? Can you... Thank you. I'm trying to get something done here. That's not what I wanted. No. Go back. Come back. Come back. Ah! I did something wrong here. I'll fix it. Don't worry. Revert. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. There we go. There we go. So I think that's gonna be it for this stream. I want to thank everybody who joined me on this fascinating tale of we're gonna destroy everything, because starters are... I think the term starter is going away because of the fact that they're all going to be showing up now in the wild and the new... I don't think it's this DLC. I think it's in the other one. The Indigo Disc. They're all technically going to be free roaming. So people are questioning whether we should continue calling them starters. And instead going for partner Pokemon, which just makes it dumb, because technically speaking, every Pokemon you have in your team is your fucking partner. But I'm gonna keep calling them starters, because they're there because you're getting them at the beginning of your journey, even if you find them in the wild. The rest of them, I don't know. But I think that's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. And I will see you guys tomorrow with the video that's coming out. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it off there. I hope you all had a lot of fun, and I will see you guys in future videos and streams and stuff like that. This has been SoresanCrockxen, signing out.